Have you ever wanted to fight people in your living room? Well, it might be worth checking out this new VR game, The Thrill of the Fight 2. If you haven't already heard about it, it's actually the follow-up to the previous game, The Thrill of the Fight. What a shocker there. But I've actually heard a lot about it. It's been in early access since I think November. So I've been meaning to check it out, but I finally did pick it up. So let's go check this out, see how it's going. Honestly, it's a pretty fun game with similar intensity to the previous game. I'd almost argue it's probably more intense since the punching options are a little bit different than how they handled it in the first game. On top of that, it's currently only multiplayer, so it can get difficult at times depending on your opponent. But again, it's early access, and I do believe the developers did talk about adding a single player option later on. Maybe I'm getting a little old though. I'm not gonna lie, I was winded after only one or two games, and I did get my ass beat a couple of times. But I think for an early access game, it does do exactly what they're going for pretty well. And not gonna lie, there's some jankiness to the character models at times and punching, but I think that's kind of a given with VR. And on top of that, it's still an early access game, so I expect them to really iron out a lot of that later. All in all, I do think it's a pretty respectful follow-up to the previous game, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sore from playing a little bit more than I thought I would be, to be quite honest. So small warning, it's definitely a cardio intense game, and you'll feel it when you're playing this game. But I think it's exactly what's expected from a boxing game, right? Let me know if there's any other VR games you think are worth checking out, because I'd love to give some love to them when I can.